Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome. Welcome back to Breathe. Just you, the breath, and the breakthrough. I'm your host, Ferryn Wynter, and I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend this time with me today. Before we begin, I'd like to offer a note of care. If you are currently driving or operating machinery, please save the deep internal work for when you can safely settle in and close your eyes. Your safety is the first step towards your peace. This podcast is an invitation, not a prescription. Every breath practice I guide is simply that, an invitation. Your body carries wisdom that no one else can access, including me. If at any point something doesn't feel supportive, give yourself permission to pause, soften, or simply listen. There is no right or wrong way to experience this, and your breath already knows the way. So take one slow breath in and let it go. Let's begin. A few years ago, if someone had asked me what manifestation meant, I probably would have talked about vision boards, affirmations, and imagining the life that I hoped to create. And while I don't believe there's anything wrong with dreaming, I've come to believe that dreams don't begin in the mind. They begin in the body. Because we can spend hours imagining a peaceful life, while our nervous system is still preparing for the next disappointment. We can long for love while bracing for rejection. We can pray for rest while feeling guilty every time we slow down. We can hope for abundance while our body quietly whispers, "Don't get too comfortable, this won't last." Have you ever noticed that? How sometimes your heart wants one thing, but your body seems to expect another. That's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's because your nervous system is always asking one question. Am I safe enough to receive this? Not because life is trying to keep good things from you, but because your body is trying to protect you from being hurt. Today, I want to explore what happens when the breath gently begins to answer that question with something new. When we hear the word manifestation, many of us think about attracting something that's missing. But what if manifestation isn't just about attracting? What if it's about becoming available? Think about walking through a beautiful garden while looking only at the ground. The flowers are there. The sunlight is there. The birds are singing. But your attention never leaves the path beneath your feet. You aren't missing the beauty because it isn't there. You're missing it because your attention has been trained somewhere else. Survival does that. When we've experienced stress, loss, uncertainty, or chronic overwhelm, the nervous system becomes incredibly good at scanning for danger. It notices what's missing before it notices what's growing. It expects criticism before kindness. It prepares for loss before celebration. It isn't pessimism. It's protection. Your body has simply learned that staying alert once helped you survive, and we can honor that. We don't have to shame ourselves for becoming protective, but we also don't have to stay there forever. Because every slow, intentional breath sends a quiet message through the body. Right now, in this moment, I am here. Right now, I have enough space for one more breath. Right now, I don't have to brace. And little by little, those moments begin to add up. Not overnight, not perfectly, but gently. The breath doesn't teach your body how to become someone else. It reminds your body that it no longer has to live as though every tomorrow will look like yesterday. That is where real transformation begins. Let's take a few moments to experience this together. I'd like you to find a comfortable position. Whether you're seated, standing, leaning up against something is irrelevant. Choose a space that feels comfortable for you. Allow your shoulders to soften, moving away from your ears. Let your jaw relax. Move your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Rest one hand over your heart and the other over your belly. If it feels comfortable, allow your eyes to close or simply soften your gaze. Take a slow inhale through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale nice and slow through the nose. Exhale gently through the mouth. Continue. Now, instead of asking yourself what you're trying to create, simply notice what your body is already experiencing. Can you find even one place within your body that feels supported. Maybe you feel support beneath you. Maybe it's the ground beneath your feet. Maybe it's the warmth of your own hand resting over your heart. Stay there. Keep breathing. Notice that support. Take another slow inhale. As you exhale, quietly say to yourself, I don't have to hold everything all at once. Again, inhale through the nose. There is room for this breath. Exhale through the mouth. There is room for me. Inhale through the nose. I don't have to hold everything all at once. Exhale. Inhale, there is room for this breath. Exhale, there is room for me. One more slow breath. Notice if anything has softened, even just 1%. Because sometimes healing isn't dramatic. Sometimes it's simply the moment your body realizes it can unclench and let go. Continue this soft and slow breath for a few more moments. Take one final deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, gently return your awareness to the room around you. Feel the support you've chosen for your body, the chair, the wall, your feet. Feel the breeze on your skin. Notice any scents or sounds around you. When you're ready, open your eyes. Now, when you think about the word manifestation, does it look a little different? Or are you still imagining vision boards, affirmations, daydreaming? Those things are helpful and required, but they're not the only step towards achieving the things you want in life. Perhaps manifestation isn't about convincing life to give you something. Perhaps it's about creating enough space within yourself to recognize what's already arriving. Perhaps receiving isn't something we learn. Perhaps it's something we remember once the body no longer believes it has to keep its fists closed, braced for battle. A regulated nervous system doesn't guarantee that life will unfold exactly as we hope, but it does give us something profoundly meaningful. the capacity to meet our lives with openness instead of constant protection. And sometimes that perspective changes everything. As you move through this week, I want to leave you with one simple question. Where in your life are you waiting for certainty before allowing yourself to soften? Notice your breath when you're planning. Notice your breath when you're worrying. Notice your breath when something beautiful happens. Notice what happens in your body. You may discover that your greatest practice isn't learning how to attract more. It's learning how to receive what this moment is already offering. One breath, one pause, one gentle return at a time. Because every breakthrough begins with a single breath. This is Breathe. Just you, the breath, and the breakthrough. I'm your host, Ferryn Wynter. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love for you to share this episode with someone who could use the reminder that receiving begins within. If you haven't already, be sure to follow the podcast so you never miss an episode. If you have a moment, leaving a rating or review is one of the most meaningful ways you can help this community grow. You can also connect with me through my weekly newsletter, where I share reflections, practices, and encouragement to carry you between episodes. Visit ferrynwynter.com/links to review old newsletters or to sign up. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey today. Until our next breath together, keep breathing, keep softening, and remember, your breakthrough may already be quietly unfolding. And I'll meet you in the stillness.